boys and girls, and welcome to 5-Minute Bedtime Stories with Miss Elaine. I'm so glad you've joined me tonight. Are you ready to listen to a bedtime story? Great, because I'm ready to share one with you. I'm going to dedicate this one to my friend Jaden. It's called Good Night, Coffee Cub, and it's by Richard Edwards. It was a busy day. Coffee Cub and his mother spent hours playing in the woods. Coffee Cub chased his mother. His mother chased Coffee Cub. They dug in the ground for roots to eat, and his mother found one and crunched it up. Coffee Cub found one too. Coffee Cub was tired when he lay down in the bear cave that night, but when he closed his eyes, he couldn't fall asleep. He turned over one way, but the floor felt bumpy. He turned over the other way, but the floor felt lumpy. Does that ever happen to you, boys and girls? Where you can't get comfy? Nothing feels just right? Yeah, that's what's happening to Coffee Cub. He curled up to his mother's side and got too hot. He rolled away from his mother's side and got too cold. And at last, with all his wiggling, he woke up his mother. She yawned. "What's the matter, Coffee Cub?" "I can't fall asleep." "Do you want me to tell you a story?" "Yes, please," Coffee Cub said. He loved stories. "Once upon a time," his mother began, "there was a small bear named—" "Coffee Cub," the small bear said happily. "That's right. And do you know why he was called Coffee Cub? Because he was always copying." Coffee Cub smiled. So this is a bedtime story all about him, huh? One night, his mother said quietly, Coffee Cub couldn't fall asleep, and with all his wiggling, he woke up his mother. So they went for a walk in the moonlight. Coffee Cub and his mother walked slowly down the hillside. Everything was quiet. Millions of stars sparkled in the sky, and a full moon was shining. The bears went through the woods until they came to a lake where they saw something white floating on the water. "What was it?" Coffee Cub asked. What do you think it was, boys and girls? Something that would be floating on the water. If you guessed a goose or a duck, you were right. "A goose," replied his mother. "A white goose sleeping in the moonlight." "Fast asleep?" "Safe and sound," his mother whispered. And then the two bears turned from the lake and paddled softly into the forest, where they saw something, a big, dark shape. What was it? "A moose," replied his mother, "sleeping in the shadows." "Fast asleep?" asked Coffee Cub. "Safe and sound," whispered his mother. "And what did the bears do then?" Coffee Cub asked. Well, they started to walk back up the hill when they saw something curled up in the grass. What was it? "A hare," said his mother. "A brown hare sleeping under the stars." "Fast asleep?" asked Coffee Cub. "Safe and sound." When they got back to their cave, Coffee Cub's mother asked him a question. "Who's good at copying?" "I am," Coffee Cub said. "Yes, you are," his mother said, coming to the end of her story. "So when you can't fall asleep, just think of the white goose sleeping on the lake, and the moose sleeping in the shadows, and the hare fast asleep in the grass, and copy them." "That's right, Coffee Cub." Oh, so will he be able to copy the other animals in order to fall asleep? Let's find out. The small bear closed his eyes. He thought of the animals outside, all sleeping, safe and sound. "I'll copy them," he murmured. "Good night, goose." "Good night, moose." "Good night, hare." And look, he's really trying to copy them. He has a white goose feather tucked in his arms there, you see? And look, he's putting a tree branch in front of him to look like the antlers of a moose. So he's pretending to be a moose there. And then over here, a hare is another word for a bunny rabbit. right? So he put a leaf to make his long bunny ear. And he's copying the other animals. And soon, Copy Cub was fast asleep too, floating in his dreams like a goose on a starry lake, safe and sound. Sleep well, his mother whispered as she kissed the top of his head. Good night, Copy Cub. The end. And he was able to finally fall asleep. Did you enjoy that story, boys and girls? Oh, I'm so glad. Let's sing our 2 lullabies. Ready? We can put up our stars and a moon. If you want to make one of these at home, it's very simple. We've talked about this before, right? If you can't cut out a star shape or a moon shape, you can always just color them on a piece of paper and then put it on a stick. And if you don't have this prop at home, you could always do the signs for Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. In sign language, this is how we say twinkle, and this is how we say star. Do you want to try it with me at home? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Very good. Let's sing our moon song. I see the moon and the moon sees me. God bless the moon and God bless me. And God bless you, boys and girls at home. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you again soon on 5-Minute Bedtime Stories with Missy Lane. Good night.